Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump weren't the only ones on stage last night who were getting attention on social media. People couldn't seem to get enough of one particular undecided voter.
What steps will your energy policy take to meet our energy needs, while at the same time remaining environmentally friendly and minimizing job loss for fossil power plant workers?
Ken Bone, the man in the video, joins us now. Ken, I've got to ask you right off the top, how has your life changed in the last 24 hours?
Well, Tony, thanks very much for having me on. Overall, I don't anticipate this changing my life in the slightest. I will not be that guy who overstays his welcome for the 15 minutes of internet fame.
But you're in a position to be a kind of Joe the Plumber for 2016. Remember, Joe the Plumber was a big McCain backer. He became a fixture on the trail, giving speeches and stuff. Your opinion here now has real potential to influence the race. I'd love to hear more about what you think of the two candidates, having heard them last night.
My big platform that I'm using my my newfound internet ridiculousness for is to just encourage people to debate our energy policy, find something that's going to work, and to encourage young people to get out and vote. I was able to help 3 or 4 young people at Washington University this morning get over to the voter registration area. They've had over 3,000 new registered voters at WashU in the last couple of weeks, and that's how you get your voice heard.
I mean, talking about the moment that you're experiencing now as an individual, I mean, what's the craziest thing that's happened since you were discovered, quote unquote, with your question last night?
I think Patton Oswalt mentioned me in a tweet last night. That was odd. I've had just all day has been a media blitz, as if what I have to say would be something that people are interested in, which is odd to me. I've done about 10 television interviews and 7 or 8 for newspapers and radio.
And I think we should talk about. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We should talk about the outfit in the room, so to speak, and that is the red sweater that you wore last night, and now I see you're wearing it again. Same red sweater, different red sweater. Is this part of? Yeah.
It's the same red sweater. I think the producers of most of the shows that have contacted me would be very unhappy if I didn't wear it. Most of them specifically asked for it. Sometimes I think that the sweater is the one with something to say, and I just carry it.
You know, Ken, you're 34 years old, and you work in a coal-fired power plant. Hillary Clinton is accused of not being too friendly to coal. She would say otherwise, but Trump certainly pushes that line. As a worker in the coal industry at a power plant that uses coal, are you pro-Hillary or are you pro-Donald Trump?
I know people hate to hear it, but I have not made my decision yet. Mr. Trump represents my interests and the interests of my industry a little more favorably, with less regulation, and make it a little easier for people in my industry to make a living. But at the same time, Secretary Clinton, I think, represents a broader swath of Americans. And with control of the Supreme Court on the line, I would hate to see anyone's rights repealed that we fought so hard for over the last 8 years. So that's really where I am, is my personal financial interest versus the community. Do I take a risk with my mortgage, or do I have to live with people that I care about possibly losing their rights?
That's an amazing distillation of exactly what much of the country is going through. Before I let you go, though, I have to ask about something else that's really remarkable that doesn't happen to a lot of us. You are now officially a Halloween costume. Halloween 2016 will feature Ken Bone, the red sweater, the glasses, the mustache, all of it. How do you feel about that?
Fellas, if you want to be me for Halloween, first off, predators start packing away the cake and growing your mustache. It doesn't come in overnight. And look elsewhere for your sweater, because it is sold out on Amazon. I will be going as me for Halloween because I look just like me.
Very good. I guess IZOD should be in touch directly if they want to create a whole line of warm and snug-fitting sweaters for future Halloweens or for future chilly evenings. It is fall, it is winter. Have you been contacted by any companies to do marketing, could you turn this into a financial opportunity?
I haven't really given it much thought, and no, I have not yet. I wouldn't be opposed to it. You know, I'm not going to affiliate myself with any companies I don't believe in, and wouldn't use myself. But you know, if I could benefit somebody and make a couple dollars, I don't see anything wrong with that. But mostly, I just wanted to keep the message out there about getting people to the polls and sparking the energy debate.
All right, last question here. Just if you could pick out one tweet that stands out, what's the most interesting one you've gotten?
I had one last night that told me I was 33% huggability, 33% comfort, 33% sweater, and 1% mustache, which I don't think is necessarily fair to my mustache.
What's the fact check on that?
Yeah, I think I am at least 20% mustache. It's not the greatest. A coworker of mine, John Wetzel, if he's watching, has the greatest mustache in the continental United States, and he's my mustache idol.
So are you going with the mustache because under the terms of your job, you can't have the beard?
That is part of it. I cannot have a beard.
So this is, you're forced into the mustache. You're not mustache by choice. You're mustache by...
The reason I keep the mustache is my grandfather, who passed away last Christmas, was the original Ken Bone. That was his name as well. He had a mustache for the ages. So this is just kind of my silly way to keep him in my heart.
Well, Ken, I don't think it's silly at all, and I think the last 24 hours have been wonderful, and you do represent something that has been missing in this election, an undecided voter and a person with fine manners and a well-spoken presentation as well. Ken, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks for your time, Tony.